sanction and embargo in man's history. Cuba was the first to eliminate HIV transmission from mother to child, an achievement that have gained the recognition of WHO in 2015 for this historic achievement in spite of facing the worst US sanction and embargo for about 6 decades. In spite of the inhumane US sanctions and embargo, Cuba has been able to establish the largest medical school in the world for students from 110 countries, for a registration of 35,000 medical students who have been the beneficiaries of this international medical school, the largest in the world. Cuba's medical brigade and international health workers have been exemplary in leadership and in leading in their role in combating cholera in Haiti, Ebola in Africa. They were among the first responders to the earthquake in Haiti. They were among the first to respond to the Ebola deadly virus crisis in Africa. In West Africa, Cubans, in their fight against Ebola, the Cuban medical team was the largest medical team on the ground, fighting this deadly scourge. 146 specially trained Cuban medical personnel. Cuban Medical International workers is incomparable in this commendable and unselfish campaign to help relieve suffering for human life. And in light of that, and in what it has done and been doing in this COVID-19 fight, in helping and aiding and sending its citizens in the danger of this deadly COVID-19, is again leading the path in Europe, in Africa, in Central and Latin America, and the Caribbean. In fact, my nation, Antigua and Barbuda, is also a beneficiary. With this exemplary, incomparable humanism and altruism from the Cuban government and the Cuban people and Cuban health brigade. It is for that reason more than ever that we condemn this long, over 22 decades condemnation of this inhumane and unjust U.S. embargo and sanction against the Cuban people. But notwithstanding, we have given you the list of its achievements. And in light of the present global pandemic, the worst in 100 years, Cuba again is in the leadership of assisting with its health brigade. We want to join the rest of the world and the progressives in condemning this attempt to place Cuba on some blacklist of countries that does not help in fighting terrorism. In fact, Cuba has a record of not only fighting terrorism, supporting the fight for terrorism. When countries in Europe, in Africa, and in particular Africa, in Angola, during apartheid, when the Western countries formed allies in supporting apartheid, state-sponsored terrorism, Cuba sent its troops to help liberate and liberated Angola at Quito Carnival. So we condemn absolutely any attempt to falsely and incorrectly place Cuba on any created propagandist blacklist in light of its incomplete